Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another monthly TBR video. This video we're going to be choosing 10 books for my July TBR, and I just recently went through my entire bookshelf, got rid of a bunch of books that I had really no interest of ever reading, and so I decided for the month of July, instead of me picking out books that I wanted to read, I'm going to do it 100% by chance. I'm going to be picking out 10 books from my jar. These are all of the books I either have not read, or there's a couple of books in here that I want to do a reread of. And we're going to use this to pick my 10 books. So let's just go ahead and get started. The plan is I'm going to pick my 10 books out of this jar, and then I'm going to get them off of my actual TBR, and then we'll talk about them and what my thoughts are and if I'm happy that they are on this month's TBR. So now let's just go ahead and just dive right into it. So the first book is going to be Ignite Me, which is part of the Shatter Me series. So book 1, Ignite Me. Book 2, Find Me. This is a novella. I don't know what order this novella comes in, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and pick the next book of the series past Ignite Me. So the first 2 books I'm going to be reading for the month of July is going to be book 3, which is the book that I'm on. I moved them. Here it is. Book 3. And then book 4 is Restore Me. So I'm going to put this to the side and see if I can find Restore Me. And that will be book 2. So book 2 for July is going to be Restore Me. Book 3, In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. Book 4, Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus. Book 5, Arch Enemies by Stephenie Meyer, I believe. Yeah. Marissa Meyer. Is it Marissa Meyer or Stephenie Meyer? Marissa Meyer. Book 6. Book 6 is another Shatter Me series. So the next one of the series is supposed to be Defy Me. So let me put this one to the side so I can find Defy Me. Book 7. I cannot make this up. Is Unite Me, which is a novella. So I need to find Imagine Me. That is book 6. Because I have all of the novellas, but I want to go ahead and just read the regular books first, and then I'll worry about the novellas later. So I need Imagine Me. Oh, I have thoughts. I have lots of thoughts. Dump them all out because this book does not want to be found. Unfortunately, I don't want to find it either. Book 7 is Imagine Me. I found it. 2 more books. Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas. And then the last book for the month of July is Starsight by Brandon Sanderson. I need to find Skyward because that's actually book 1. So we have Skyward. So I have my 10 books for the month of July. Now I'm going to go and pick them off of my bookshelf. Hold, please. I think I miscounted. So I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let me pull one more. I don't know what happened. Let me just pull one more, and then we'll talk about all of these books for the month of July. We have Half-Blood by Jennifer L. Armentrout. So that's my 10th book. Let me pick it up, and then we'll chat. Okay. All right, I have thoughts. Now, if you had watched the video that I just did where I cleaned out my bookshelf, I had said I did not want to read Shatter Me. I was keeping it on my bookshelf because I was saving it for my 15-year-old because she does read Shatter Me. She's read quite a few books of the series, had not finished it, but she wanted to go back and reread them again. And the only reason I kept it on my bookshelf was for her, never intending for me to read them. However, it's a cruel twist of fate. I forgot to take them out of this jar. So, while I never intended to read Shatter Me, the month of July thought it would be hilarious to put 4 books on my TBR from Shatter Me. So I have book 3, which is Ignite Me, book 4, Restore Me, book 5, Defy Me, and book 6, Imagine Me, all on my TBR. This would, if I finish all of these books, this will take me through the entire series, and all I will have left are the little novellas that kind of go in between them. So I'm going to attempt to read Shatter Me and finish it in the month of July. My issue that I have with this is I have no connection to the FMC, the MMCs. I've heard Warren is like the favorite of the series. I haven't gotten to that part yet. So maybe this will be where Warren picks up and I'll actually start liking him as the MMC. I don't know. But yeah, we're reading Shatter Me, maybe, in the month of July. Yay for me. I also have Christina Lauren in a Holidays. Honestly, this was going to be a Christmas book because, I mean, it's literally Christmas. I don't know if I'm going to get to this, honestly, because I really do think I want to hold off and read this during Christmas time. So don't hold your breath that this will actually be read during the month of July. Yeah, so unsure and highly unlikely, I'll say, this will be read. This might be substituted during the month for something else, but we have it on my list. Then we have Lessons in Chemistry. This one I'm not mad at. This is actually on my 25 books to read in 2025 because I did really want to read this during this year. So this I'm not upset with. This I think I actually have already requested the audiobook of because I like to have audiobooks kind of on the back burner so that way I can listen to the books in my car. I think I've already requested on Libby to have this book delivered to me. I'm just waiting for it to come available. So not upset with this one. I'm excited to read this and see if I really like it. So I do like this being on my list. The Spanish Love Deception. I've actually wanted to read this. I'm not upset about this because there's apparently a milking scene in here. I've heard people get kind of cringed out with a couple of terminology that the author uses during some spicy scenes. So I'm intrigued. I'm excited to read this. This is a romance and this is a heavy book. How many pages is this? This is 470 pages. I don't like romances that are over like 350. Anything over 350 I feel is unnecessary. So I'm hoping this will be an exception, but I don't know. But we'll be reading Spanish Love Deception in July. I've never read anything by Elena Armas that I can remember at least. So hopefully I will enjoy this. The other book that was chosen is Arch Enemies. This one I am also not upset about. This is another one on my 25 books to read in 2025 because I really wanted to finish the Renegades trilogy. This is book 2. I also already have this requested on Libby. I am number 1 in the line, I think, waiting for this audiobook to become available. So this will be started very soon through the audio version, and I'm excited. This one, I liked the first book of the series. This is all about heroes and villains, sort of, and you have like people with extraordinary powers, and yeah, I'm excited. I'm not mad about this one. So we have Arch Enemies by Marissa Meyer. We also have Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. I just recently finally did a reread of Mistborn. I ran across this at a secondhand bookstore. This is a new series, or I don't even know if it's new or not. This was published in, it looks like 2018. I do not know how many books are in this series, but this is kind of a sci-fi fantasy series from Brandon Sanderson. I do have the first book and I also have the second book of the series. I do not have anything past that. I don't know how many books are actually going to be in the series, but I do know that Brandon Sanderson books get pretty lengthy, which makes me nervous. So we'll be diving into Skyward and seeing how I like this one. I'm hoping I really enjoy it. A little sci-fi fantasy from Brandon Sanderson. And then the last book is Half-Blood by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is the book 1 of the Covenant series. I have never read anything by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I got this because I'm a sucker for sprayed edges, particularly like a light lilac purple sprayed edge. Love that. This is something that I think is her mom. Yeah, her mom is murdered and the FMC doesn't have any place to run to, and she goes back to the Covenant, which is like a school for pure descendants of gods, hone their powers, and half-mortal teens like Alex trained to kill daemons for them. I'm assuming that's demons. It's D-A-I-M-O-N-S. Is that demons or daemons? I don't know. But it is where her mom had died. She ran back to the Covenant to kill, I guess, to train with the same people that potentially killed her mom? Question mark. So, but this is book 1 of the series. It's a romantasy, I believe, as well. So we'll be reading Half-Blood. And that is my July TBR. Not exactly what I had anticipated or had planned or was really excited about reading some of these books, but we're going to try them anyways. Honestly, I really do hope I enjoy Shatter Me and I want to finish the series because I would love to have read the books that I paid money for and not just have them sit on my bookshelf for my daughter to read and that's it. So maybe this will be the push for me to actually finish the Shatter Me series instead of just staring at it and not having any desire to read them. Maybe this will be the push I need. So yeah, but that is going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you have not already. Also, if you made it to the end, drop me a comment. Let me know if you have read Shatter Me and you are an older person, not a teen, not a 20-something-year-old. If you're 40 plus and you read Shatter Me, did you like it? I'm really hoping. I need encouragement that this book is going to be good because I'm not hopeful. So let me know down below if you've read Shatter Me and you are older than 20 years old. Did you like it? So yeah. And with that, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!